Hi again, guys. CM back with another replay cast. Today we've got Baru, known as Barison, in the Progetto 46, the Tier 8 Premium Italian Medium on Malinovka. This is a 3-5-7 match, standard battle, and oh boy, this is going to be one hell of a match. Spoiler alert. And it's going to show you just what you need to do when your team are starting to fall apart on this map. It's also going to show you early on the value of having a light tank who knows what he's doing, because as Baru quite correctly pointed out, his team's light tank does not know what he's doing. Now, Baru does get spotted there by the T-30, I think it was the T-3485M, but it could also have been the enemy MT-25, who's quite possibly in the bush here. Which, if I pause for a second, is one of these ones, I think it's this one here. Yeah, that's the one there. This is one of the two bushes that light tanks always rush to at the start of a match, try and get those early spots off. It's either that one from that side or this one from this side. Either are quite likely. So he's expecting that there's going to be someone there. As you can see, there's the bush there just to the right. It's also possible that there's someone in here, but he's not as likely to get spotted from there, because this is a little further away, but it's more likely to be this one that you see right here. As you can see, the VK2801 and his team there got spotted and has taken a hit. Let's have a couple of his other teammates. Spots the Panther there, gets a little bit of spotting on him, mostly just arty splash. Someone else does a bit more damage to him. The enemy OI, meanwhile, is... I don't know why he's taking that route towards the hill. It's very much in the open and took the most likely route to get spotted as well, so a bit weird to see that there. Meanwhile, the rest of Baru's team, most of them are going up the hill. That's all the heavies there. The P43 seems to be following them. Meanwhile, the VK3001 and the T3485 there are sitting on the ridge to forward and to the left of Baru, trying to spot out. Not really seeing anything, more getting spotted themselves and getting artied. Meanwhile, the Jagdpanther, who was sniping from the cap circle area, has started retreating. The OI on the enemy team, meanwhile, has just gotten a sudden rush of shit to the brain. Baru, meanwhile, tries to blind fire where he thinks the MT-25 is, but it appears that the MT has relocated. And so Baru gets spotted by the Panther, who was back in the bush that Baru first saw him going to, and takes a hit from him. The OI, meanwhile, Baru gets a little bit of spotting on him, and yeah, predictably that OI is dying. And there he goes, taken down by the 50 TP. They're still down 1 kill to 3. Now 1 to 4 as another tank goes down. That was the Jagdpanther going down there. Baru spotted again by the MT-25 most likely. He spots the KV-85. Now when your team is falling apart and you're gonna need to do some damage, or you know you've got to do some damage, this is the kind of thing you gotta do on this map. You gotta start working bushes, spotting things, using your concealment to your advantage. The A44 also moves in. Baru is currently unspotted, so he gets the rest of the KV-85's health in damage there. Spots the A44 again, and starts putting shots into him now that he's fully reloaded his clip. Gets a tracking shot, it appears. There he goes. So it doesn't appear to be a tracking shot. I think that just broke the engine. Spots the STA-1 and the MT-25. Doesn't get a shot on the MT. but is now trying to get shots on the STA as he is the most direct threat to him right now. Artie put some very useful shots into the STA. One of them I think penned. I think that was the M44 penning the side of the STA there. Then gets spotted by the STA when he takes the killing shot, and then spots the Churchill 7 and the Oni. It's a bit of spotting on the Oni, and now using multiple layers of bushes to take down this Churchill 7. 2 shots in, fire. And the Churchill 7 gets finished off by the 50 TP. The Oni, meanwhile, is spotted again, just kind of stuck down there in the little end of the lake. Still trying to move up on his team, on Baru's team though, so he is one of the more major threats right now, along with the Hellcat and the Patriot, who have also moved up, along with the Panther. However, they're currently not spotted, so they're not going to be as easy to deal with. The Panther does get spotted just then, and Baru then spots the MT and the Patriot, takes a shot at the MT, misses, then takes one at the Hellcat, second one at the Hellcat, not enough to kill it. 240 Alpha on this 90mm gun, so not quite enough to kill it in 2 shots. He would have had to high roll both of them, and he did not. Still unspotted at this point. Patriot is stunned, so it's not likely that he'll get spotted if he shoots here. But now, if he were to shoot, he would most likely get spotted. Does get a tracking shot. Second shot bounces. Third shot. No, he's waiting for the reload on the second so he can finish off the Patriot with 2 shots. That's 1. And the second one goes into the lower plate and picks up the Patriot. The Oni, meanwhile, he's keeping an eye on him. He's waiting for a reload of all 3 shells before he decides to take him down, though. Still waiting. There's the third shot. First one in through the side, second one in through the side. Needs 2 shots to kill him unless he gets pretty much a max roll. First one bounces after reloading his full clip. Second one also bounces. The Oni armor working out for that guy here. Baru realizing he's got to wait for the reload, just goes for the spot instead. Only 2 AP shells left now. One through the mini turret at the front and the other through the flat part of the turret. Now it's down to 3 versus 6. There's Baru, the M12 and the 50 TP. That, however, is a full health KV3 who has gone unspotted until now. Obviously Baru has to reload a full clip of APCR for this, gets the spotting on him. Artie puts a shot into him. The 50 TP tries to take a shot, misses. The first shot goes low and only into the tracks. Second one into the lower plate. Waiting for the reload of the first 2 shells instead of taking the third. 50 TP then bounces off of him. Doesn't fire the second shot of the 2 that he had ready at the KV3, instead finishing off the Hellcat. Does take a hit from the KV3 in return though. However, he does have some hit points to spend here. Unlike the 50 TP on his team, who does not have many at all. And there are still 3 artillery, one of which just missed Baru there. So he's quite lucky not to have lost more hit points. 50 TP there, sitting on 319. However, the MT25 is still alive, and as far as we know, he's on full health. So he is going to be a bit of a problem for Baru here. He's got to find a way of either eliminating the RT first, or the MT25. And here he is going for the RT. He's going to try and take out their long-range support that can either stun, track, break modules, kill crew, and has a good chance of actually penetrating this tank. This is not a heavily armored tank. If a RT gets a good shot on the side, rear, or engine deck of this tank, This tank is... It's going to lose hit points, and it's going to lose them quickly. We're moving around towards the back of the enemy spawn here. Finds the Su-14-2. Uses a small bush to shoot through, so then he doesn't lose any camo on the shots. So good work using even the smallest of bushes there to conceal himself from that artillery. Starts going after another one. Looking for the M12, I think, here. However, the enemy team have started capping, which is the right thing to do here, since Baru is in a very mobile medium tank, and they're figuring if he's going to go for arty, he might get greedy. Does spot the M12 and gets the killing blow on him with a lucky tracking shot. That was actually fairly lucky there. That was not an intentional tracking shot there. Now he's going after the MT-25, going for the reload. First shot in, auto aims. Second shot misses. Third shot, is he going to go for it? Yeah, he goes for it. Takes a hit from the MT-25, does damage his turret ring. Trying to chase down the MT-25 here. He is in the open. Bounces a shot from both the KV-3 and the MT-25 here. Artillery misses. He does have a broken turret here, but this is of no concern to him right now. He's got the view range advantage. He's waiting for the full reload on 3 shells so he can put all of them into the KV-3. There he is. That is enough health to be 1 clip. That's 1. 2. The KV-3 does not see him here. Blind shoots where he expects Baru to be, but does not hit. Baru expressing his surprise at what happened in this match. Left on 6 shells. Now just to find the Su-8 and finish him off. So he's going to be lurking around the back here somewhere. So he's, well, obviously with the arty, it's going to be arty. It's either going to be trying to drown itself, or it's going to be sitting at the back, just waiting in a bush to try and shotgun. That's always the case. And there he is, just sitting in the bush, auto aim, and dead. So that was the game. That Baru picking up the kill on the Su-8 there for the win. So that was an ace tanker for Baru in the Progetto M35 mod 46 with a Dimitri's medal, Kolobanov's medal, that ever elusive Kolobanovs, a Radley-Walters for the 9 kills that he got, a patrol duty, scout, he basically spotted and killed the entire spotted the entire enemy team almost. If not initial spots, then definitely late spots. 11 tanks were his spotting. High caliber for his 6,362 damage in a tier 8 match in 357 matchmaking with 2,781 assistance damage. He also got the defender for resetting the cap on the KV-3 and of course the Top Gun to boot. And that, what an ace that was. 2,158 base XP before any bonuses. And of course, he made a monster profit this match. He did have boosters running as well, so that bumped up the profit even more. So even though he fired all that APCR, he still made 152,000 credit profit with a premium account, and he would have made almost 70,000 with a standard account. And that 2.1k base XP boosted up with personal missions to over 4,500. Then a premium boost that to almost 7,000. That's absolutely insane. So congratulations, Baru, on your absolutely ridiculous match and using bushwork to your advantage. For you guys who are maybe wondering what the hell you do when your team is starting to lose on Malinovka and you're getting pushed back towards your spawn, but you do have all that cover, and if you're in anything that has any concealment whatsoever, medium, light, TD, this is what you do. You make use of all that cover. Focus the low health tanks first, take as many guns out as you can, pop in and out of cover, go forward and backwards in the bushes to make most use of them so you can spot, and then pull back and do damage as well. And I think that's everything I've got to say. Once again, congratulations to Baru. And that is all from me. I will catch you guys next time.